Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Ian is a Weirdo. I just got home. I went to see a concert with my dad, and it was really good. Went a little, I guess it was like normally, like a normal, like late amount. Okay, sorry, did that fall on your head, Shelly? Or did you just knock it off onto the ground? Who knows? So, so we went to see Buckethead, which was amazing. He's an incredible guitarist, and so my dad got me a shirt, which I'm super excited about. And it's like I don't like my dad just like picked out the shirt. Like he didn't ask like what I wanted. He just picked it out, and it's like Buckethead, like uh twirling, not twirling, like stirring, like a spell, not spell. Why are my words not working right now? Like potion, like a witch's brew, and like bucket heads coming out of it, and then it's got like a bunch of like the symbols, like Mars and Pluto, and like for the planets and stuff. It's like very like a tarot card. My dad didn't even like think about it. He was just like, "This is a cool shirt," and I was like, "It's a cool shirt." So the show was amazing. He is an incredible guitarist. Just like I mean, like it's hard to like think about like going and watching another guitarist play because he's just like so technically gifted. It was a great show. Although at the end of it, like it was a fairly small venue, and it's like enclosed, and so like it was so loud. Like, hey Lydia, um, how are you doing? I hope you're feeling a little bit better. But at the end, I could like barely talk to my dad and like hear him and have him hear me. And my dad is kind of hard of hearing, anyways. Actually, he is hard of hearing. That's not a kind of thing. He really is. Hey, Rudy. Um, so I basically could not communicate with my dad. My dad purposely did not wear his hearing aids because he knew he was going to be going to a concert. So it was basically just a whole lot of like back and forth. Um, but the concert was very good. We had a great time. We were so like happy that we were able to go, and we're like, we got to go to more concerts and stuff like this. It was super cool. But I did start to feel like a little bit like either like my allergies are like kind of flaring, or I'm not feeling too great right now. So I took an allergy pill. I'm hoping that helps. Um, yeah. So I slept kind of late today. Um, Why did my TV just turn on out of nowhere? That was so weird. Like literally my remote. Oh, because the small remote was behind me, and I sat on it with my ass. But like it's so weird because I understand that like these smaller venues, like this venue in particular in Raleigh, like it has concerts almost every day, like which is crazy. Like in the month of September, it's probably got like 25 different concerts. But like a concert on a Wednesday night, you're like, this is, what? It's like kind of like a weird thing in the middle of the week. So, but I'm really happy that I went to it, and honestly, it doesn't make a difference to me. Really, what day of the week it is, pretty much. But I'm glad I got to wear this shirt that I got. So this shirt, let's see if I can show you without spilling my water. Like, I got this shirt. So it's got the Grim Reaper. It's like orange, black, and white. It's got this like sexy little witch lady and haunted house, pumpkins. Can you think of a shirt that's more perfect for me? And literally, I got this for $6 at Walmart. I was like, because if it was gonna, like, I wasn't really looking for shirts, but I was like, whoa, that shirt looks really perfect. And then I just like sat sidled up to it and I was like, hello. And then I saw the price tag and I was like, shut your whore mouth. And so I got the shirt. Sorry. But yeah, I got the shirt and I'm very happy with it. And I'm excited that I got to wear it out because it's a cool shirt. And I love Halloween shirts. I pretty much live in graphic tees, which I think all of you know this about me by now. So I don't think that needs to be, reiterated. But I get most of my shirts from Walmart. So this is a great time of year for me to get shirts. But especially with having just moved, I feel like getting like more shirts and stuff. Like I really don't like need more clothes or anything. Why is this not keep this top on? And like I've spilled water way too many times. It's coming out even though the water levels kind of. I'm making myself some chicken tenders, and I'm gonna make myself some edamame so I can have some veggies. So that's cool, I guess. So something that happened during my week that I wanted to talk about, I think yesterday, but then we ended up watching Goosebumps. And then the day before, something else. I think it was like late and I just kind of wanted to get the day over with. So I have I think I talked to you all a little bit, just if you care to know a little bit about my mental health journey, where things are right now. Here's a little tidbit for you. So I went through some pretty extensive testing recently, and because I was I'm just having so many memory issues that it's really impacting my life, and having a lot of functional impairments on how I can get things done. And my bipolar has been a lot worse the past couple of years, and so I'm trying to figure out what's caused this deterioration of memory and my symptoms to get worse and all of this stuff. So I did this testing, and basically, I thought that a lot of it was from the concussion that I got in 2019. And it looks like the prevailing theory is that it's not from the concussion. It's actually from my thyroid. So I don't think I was even doing YouTube in 2019. Probably not. Actually, I'm pretty sure I wasn't. But my thyroid stopped working in 2019. So I developed thyroiditis. So I got intense inflammation in my thyroid, which is a gland in your throat area. It's kind of shaped like a butterfly right in front of your esophagus. So I was having trouble swallowing. My throat was super swollen from on the outside. You could see I developed this really huge neck. I was wondering why I looked extra extra fat in all my pictures, and it was because I just had this huge it was not a goiter, it was thyroiditis. And so basically what they did is they first looked. Yes, I did. It's green and black right now. So sometimes I feel like the color doesn't show up very well on my computer, but it's actually a lot more green than it shows. It's pretty green, but it just kind of looks black most of the time. So yeah, it's a lot darker, but in some spots, but the black fades pretty quickly. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's fun, and I was getting so tired of the blue. But I can't, even though I bleached my hair, I could not get the blue out of it. The blue sticks to my hair so intensely, so that's okay. I just had to kind of work with it, not work against it. And so I had my thyroid flare up. And so what happens is your thyroid produces these hormones that your body needs. There's different glands and things in your. Okay, okay, Zach. Okay. Yeah, no worries. I know I got on late. No worries. You did hit the caps lock. I was like, whoa, who's yelling at me? I know you weren't yelling, but so um, so my thyroid flared up, and basically what is happening, there's a lot of things in your body that produce hormones for different reasons. You know, like your pituitary, your hypothalamus, like, or they produce like different things in your body for whatever reason. So the thyroid produces thyroid hormones. Thyroid hormones do a lot of things all around your body, um, and so like basically I felt like I had the flu all the time. Like it was so bad that I, like, for a month I felt like I had like the flu. Like not like a minor flu, like the flu, like that's how bad it was. And that was just to get to a point where I like could like function. Like I was like I had intense brain fog. I felt awful. They like so the medication I was on at the time, um, it's kind of known for, um, known for being really harsh on your organs. Specifically, one of the organs it can be hard on is your thyroid. So I just got ripped off that medication, which like threw me into a tailspin. It was a mental health medication, so it threw me into a tailspin and to depression, which low thyroid can lead to depression anyways. And so it was just kind of this like huge hard time in my life. So that happened about 2 months, about 2 or 3 months before my concussion. And so I eventually got medicated for my thyroid, but this will all come to play hopefully soon. But apparently it's likely my thyroid problem that is making a bigger play in my mental health now than the concussion did. Because even apparently well medicated, and like this is just for me, I will just speak for what the tester thought I was going through. I don't want to, try to, extend my circumstance to anyone else, even though I know that thyroid problems are really common. But for me, it was like, basically, like, they said what they think is going on is that, one, I was like underdiagnosed with ADHD. Like, they're like, you have a pretty hefty dose of ADHD. And like, and they said, so this is what the tester said. So you have a pretty hefty dose of ADHD. You've never really been treated for it, but you've always just kind of like made, like, I don't know, like he just was kind of like, you have like adapted fairly well, even though like, and some people adapt better than others. But it doesn't mean that like your ADHD is better or worse or whatever. Like it's all like, it's about like where certain things hit. I don't know. I don't know how these things work, how to describe it. But he was like, you've adapted fairly well, and then like you hit a big hiccup when your thyroid failed, and then your ADHD got worse. So you have, or he was like, your so your thyroid, even though you're medicated and that looks stable, is making your ADHD worse. And then he also said you're bipolar, and bipolar and ADHD look really similar in the brain. So that's making your brain worse. So together, him and I jokingly came up with the term ADHD plus, which is like super ADHD. And so it's like, that's kind of what I'm dealing with now, like because my thyroid failed, and I'm like, I basically have no use of my thyroid now. Like I'm on a like luckily there is a medication that's very common called Synthroid, which is I'm on a full replacement dose of that. Like my thyroid does nothing anymore. It's basically just like a useless lump in my throat at this point. Sorry, I keep looking at the thing because I want my cheeky tendies. I want my cheeky tendies. Uh, uh, Even though it's stable now, it still impacts my ADHD. So he thinks that there's a possibility that thanks, Rudy. There's a possibility that my ADHD is just really bad right now, but could get better, which is nice to feel like there's a little bit of hope, because I've been thinking that like I concussed myself into having like the worst bipolar that I could possibly have, and like would feel terrible and be in and out of like institutions like for the rest of my life frequently, because that's been the past couple of years. And so he was like, it might be a longer term thing, or it might be something that you're able to get like a better hold on. So that's nice. We talked about medication a little bit, but that's going to be a tricky one, because if you have bipolar, you know that they really don't like to give stimulants to people who are bipolar, because it can induce manic episodes or hypomanic episodes. And there's nothing like cute or fun about manic episodes. Like they're not like, oh, it's worth the risk so that you can function. Like it's not, because like like mania can ruin your life. It's so bad and scary and intense and not to be fucked with. Like anyone who's like, oh well, if you can have a manic episode, like it's not a big deal. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for hanging out, Zach. So it's, oh my gosh, it's 12:30 already. This is fucked. So, and I didn't take my middays, and I took my morning meds all late. Hey, Butterball, little Butterball turkey, come on, come hang out with Daddy. So, let's see, oh, Butterball turkey. I think he likes the new pillow I got too. Isn't that so cute? It looks a little gummy bear, little skeleton gummy bear. And it's lime green, which I love. Basically, I just have really bad ADHD, and the fact that my thyroid is not really like doesn't do anything anymore, and I'm really reliant on the synthetic thyroid medication. I think, it sounds like that's a bigger player than I thought. So hopefully we have something to go forward with. And we talked about, because like, so basically there's two classifications for I'm gonna get the food as it comes out real quick. I'll be right back. Chicky tendies. Okay, so there's two classifications for ADHD drugs that they will typically prescribe. There are stimulants and there are non-stimulants. Stimulants are the ones that you hear the most about. Unfortunately, they're the ones that are abused, but they're also the ones that like help people out the most. They're the ones with the most intense like side effects. Like they're kind of like the ones that you think about when you think about ADHD medications. So like Adderall, Ritalin, things like that. Like those are the types of things that fall under the stimulant class. And then so like I'm bipolar. No doctor will ever give me those medications, and I don't want them. Like honestly, like like don't give them to me because I don't want to be manic. I want to avoid that as much as possible because, like I said, mania ruins lives. Like it has ruined my life over and over and over again. It just like steps you down. It fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. I get more scared when I'm manic than any other time because you are so out of control. Um, and so basically, uh, the so like you do not like just like it's like you just don't do it. Um, so the other class, but stimulants are very effective for many people. You don't now. I'll get to the point about not having to be on medication in a sec. So then there's non-stimulants, and these are from what I understand, a newer class of medications where they work in an entirely different mechanism in the brain to help you with ADHD, and they're not as effective. Like literally, like that's like doctors are saying these aren't as effective. So it's not that's not like that's kind of it's not even like a matter of opinion. It's like we know that this isn't as effective, but it does something. So we're using this to treat ADHD. So right now I'm currently on a non-stimulant, um, and I've been on a non-stimulant since like February. I've seen like a little bit of help, but not like big a big swing in like memory, like recall, a little bit in memory recall, but like getting out of the house, executive function, things like that that are typical issues with ADHD, less. And so basically, but there's a lot of people who do have ADHD who are not medicated or who are medicated, but they have to take non-stimulants because they're bipolar as well, and like they live happy, successful like lives. They just have to use like adaptive strategies and kind of learn some different coping skills and um, tricks and tips and hacks to like be able to function a little bit stronger and a little bit more confidently through life. And yeah, there might still be some more challenges in doing that, but they still like are able to do that successfully. So so I'm kind of like in that boat where like now that I have that, like I really actually need to focus on my ADHD more, because like right up until that moment I was like, okay, I have ADHD, but it's playing like second fiddle to these other problems I have. And this has helped me pivot a little bit to see like, okay, I still have those problems, but like if I focus more on my ADHD and um, tools that will help me with that, that will actually help me kind of lift everything up and make everything a little bit more tolerable. Um, so it feels good to like have a little bit more of like a bouncing off point of like something that I can do and be um, successful in like applying some new methods to. Um, and yeah, so I'm looking forward to like doing that, and because it really does like kind of I guess like the thing is with any mental health problem, right? It's like you always like this. Then this goes for, growing up in a traumatic home, or like, growing up mentally ill, growing up in like a certain area or like in a certain culture. You kind of never realize, like, and I know that those are all not equivalent. Like, let me be very clear, but like, you don't realize that what you experience is not what everyone else experiences until you like start to like ask questions and like learn a little bit more. And so I always thought that my brain just was kind of like doing, okay, Mario games, I'm not ever gonna buy viewers, so I don't want to. So cool. Um, but I I fuck, I lost my train of thought. Damn it. I think I might have ADHD, y'all. I don't know. This is just giving me like a little bit more like of like a, okay, I can focus on this. I can work on this, and made me a little bit more hopeful. Oh yeah, I was just saying like, you don't know that like that how you problem solve, how your brain works, how you interact with the world around you is like different from other people, or why it's different from other people, until like you start doing a little research, or like asking. That beeping is going to annoy the shit out of me, even though I know it's just the microwave that I have to open up. So I I uh, I think that this is going to be really good to learn a little bit about myself. I'm going to do some research, and also talk to, I think that I'm kind of in a different position than a lot of people who have ADHD are. So I am trying to go directly to like, um, instead of like hearing like a person's account of their experience with ADHD alone, I don't like it might be helpful to hear like how they deal with their ADHD, but like I'm dealing with like 8 other things at the same time. So like I've got to be considerate of like a vast like list of things. And so like I'm not like trying to make myself like seem special or like whatever. It's just like I've got to be considerate of a lot of things. So like it's like for me it's like, if I can look at like just like bare bones like the facts of ADHD. So I'm gonna check out some books at the library. I was thinking about ordering like one that came pretty highly recommended from like a couple people, like everyone recommended it, and separately, and I was like, yeah, that sounds actually the best. I know Beep's coming, it's gonna bother the shit out of me. So it's funny. Or and it's more just distraction. It's not like the beep itself; it's the distraction of the beep, and like the like waiting for the beep to happen. Now we gotta finish talking before the next beep happens. But just finding out more about myself and how I can best operate with my current situation is probably the best situation I got. So that's what I found out this week, and we'll probably watch a movie tomorrow night. But we're on day 50, so halfway through 100 Nights of Halloween, which is exciting just in itself. I know we didn't watch a movie tonight, but like I said, I was at a concert, so I couldn't do that. So I hope you have a good night, and I will talk to you later. Bye.